Okay, so you have now found all of your sources, and you're going to go back to each one with the link that you saved in your bibliography page. So let us pretend that I did habitat destruction, and then this was one of my sources. So remember that you can click on a full text, like a PDF, so you can actually read the entire source. Once you know that's your source and you've done your link, you're going to do your citations. I want to remind you that that little icon on the side when you're in an EBSCO will be your citations. If you hover over it, it will say Cite. You just click on that. Remember, you're going down to MLA. You're highlighting this, and you're copying it. So you can go Control-C, or you can right-click and go Copy. Then you go back to your bibliography page. As you can see, I already have some sources here, and I pasted that. Now, clearly, it does something weird, so the first thing you want to do is just click anywhere on the page, hit Control-A. It'll highlight your entire piece. You can make sure that it's in Times New Roman, 12 point, and where this letter A is for text color, if you click on that little down arrow where it says highlight, go none. That way now it's all in the same thing. Now you notice that this is kind of gray, and that'll happen sometimes. What you can do is you can highlight over it, you can right click and hit clear formatting, and then go back through that process if it obviously was not fixed the first time. You can see it doesn't even have the double spacing. If you don't remember how to double space, remember you click anywhere on the page, Control-A. Over here with the up and down arrow, you go double spacing. Now everything is double spaced. Okay, now we have some issues in regard to how it's organized. We need to make sure that it's in alphabetical order. So the easiest thing to do is just highlight. For example, this is a C. We have K, S, K, D, K. So I just highlight chimps, and then I click on it and drag it. You can see the line, and then I drop it. That'll put it now at the beginning. C wouldn't go K, it would be D. So I'm going to grab this, drag it, and drop it. You can see I have several from the same author. So this S needs to move to the bottom. So I'll drag it and drop it. And then I make sure that these are in alphabetical order. So the name's the same. We have Dangers, then we have H, and then we have W. So we're good there. Okay. Now we need a hanging indent. What that means is when you have a source that goes onto more than one line, this one needs to be indented. So the easiest thing to do for that is when you put your little thing here, actually, let me see if this works. You can highlight it, and then you grab this little triangle, which is not letting me do just the triangle, but I grab it like this, and then I grab the rectangle and go back. Boom, hanging indent. Okay, I'm going to show you again how I did that. So let me highlight it all. Okay, you click anywhere on the page, hit Control-A, go up to your little tiny triangle, drag it to this halfway point between that left side and that number 1, let go of it, and then the rectangle above the triangle, grab it, drag it back to that gray, and there you go, hanging indent. If you don't know how to do the centering of bibliography, remember up here are your shortcuts. You just click in front of it, and then you hit the center key in align center. Now you have your bibliography page done. If it does not have a citation, remember on Edmodo we have the citation machine. And now that we're at citation, perhaps one of the sources I had was this website from the National Wildlife Federation, because I found that through my reliable sources. And I'm going to copy the URL. Remember the URL is at the top here. And after I've copied it, I'm going to paste that into where it says find a website by URL or keyword and hit search websites. Once I've searched it, and this won't work for the EBSCO database, you should already have the citation. So I look at this and I say, yep, that's the one I used. You hit select. Then what you have to do is you have to go through and finish it. This is all they found, so you have to go to the final step. And then you have to fill in this information. And remember to look at your reliable sources checklist for the websites. See if you can get as much information as possible, and then you'll hit Create Citation. Now, I'm just skipping this part for time's sake, but let's say I filled this all in. I hit Create Citation. Now you have your citation here. And what you can do is you can copy the citation. So you can just directly copy this and go to your bibliography, and then you can paste it in. And then you can go through that same thing that I already said about highlighting it, making sure that it's Times New Roman, making sure, actually, first thing you should do is just do clear formatting. Then do your Times New Roman 12 point and make sure it's double spaced. And then, of course, you can drag it. This is an H. You drag it and drop it where it needs to be. And then you can just click right before it and go through that same process to do the indent. So even if you've already formatted it, you can still add more to it as needed. So that's how you would do a citation using the citation maker, and of course using the link on the side on EBSCO that you click.